I'm Daniel, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We here at the channel are continuing in our series of videos with respect to inspiration, information, education, guidance, advice. And I mentioned in the last video, Rabbi Eliyahu Lopian. We're talking about not just loving kindness, hyphenated loving kindness, but loving kindness, loving to do acts of kindness. And and he was saying, loving to do kindness, it's not a high level, it's a basic level. And so the question came up, how can we tell the difference between someone who does acts of kindness because he feels obligated to do so? It's a mitzvah, I have to do it, so I'm doing acts of kindness. How can we distinguish between this guy and someone who has a sincere love of kindness? He loves doing acts of kindness. This question was posed to Rabbi Eliyahu Lopian, who says as follows: the concept of loving to do kindness means that it is not sufficient to wait until someone approaches you and asks you to do an act of chesed, an act of kindness for him. No. A person who loves kindness, the love of kindness, should be so strong that you actively seek opportunities to do chesed. Rabbi Lopian, what he's saying is that, fine, great, you give kindness, you do acts of kindness, you give charity, whatever. When it arises, fantastic, very good. But what distinguishes the person who loves doing acts of kindness, he doesn't sit around waiting. He gets up, he looks for opportunities to do acts of kindness. He sees an elderly woman who's struggling with a cart of goods for shopping. If you live in a big city, you'll sometimes see elderly ladies with the little cart of groceries, and it's struggling. And chas v'sholom that they should get on a bus with that stuff. It's not an easy thing. He walks, he sees across the street, he sees a woman or a pregnant woman, a woman with a lot of kids around her, struggling. You go, you offer yourself, you say, listen, can I give you a hand? Can I do help it? You'd be surprised the times that I've done it. So a little act of kindness brings such gratitude. You don't do it for the gratitude. You do it because it's the right thing to do. I remembered, I don't know if I told you the story. I remember one time I was in a grocery, no, it was in a butcher shop in Toronto. And this woman, it was getting late. It was like noon, 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. The place was about to shut down, and you could see that deer in the headlights look on her face. I'm sure her husband just told her that they were going to have an extra 3 guests for Shabbos dinner that night, and this woman was clearly in a panic. And and I was near the end of the line, and this woman was just beside herself. And I said, "Oh, please, go ahead from me. I'm in no rush. Go ahead." "Oh, you're very kind." And she falls over herself. "Oh, you're so kind. You're so wonderful. Thank you. And I was getting a little embarrassed. I said, "Listen, man, please, anybody else would have done the same thing." And she looks at me all serious and she goes, "No, they wouldn't." And I thought, how awful. If a simple thing like this stands out, we're in rough shape. Let us look for opportunities to do acts of kindness. Let us love doing acts of kindness. We will make the world a better place. And right now, the world needs to be a better place. We are in a bad situation, and it's times of trouble, times of tzuras, where it makes us evaluate who we are and where we are in the world, and something's going on, and this is a good time for us to search our souls. How can I be better? How can I make the world a better place? How can I do one little thing to improve the situation? Let's do this. It's not hard, and you'll feel good. That's not why you should do it. You should do it because it's the right thing to do. But it's a nice little perk to get that warm feeling that you did something for somebody who really needed it. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch. Please learn. I hope you're finding them of some inspiration. And until next time, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.